what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. And again, week 4 Beast picks. Joining me, Rain48, again to do this. Yep, that would be you. Alrighty. So last week, it was a quite interesting week to say the least. You went 10-6, and I went 10-6. So it was.
Were you still winning on the season by all game?
The season right now, I'm winning by a point.
Yeah, one game.
30 to 29 right now so far. So it's pretty balanced right now. Alrighty. So with that, the first game is the Amazon Thursday game, and it's my game. Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers, and I'm assuming the Lions are the favorites.
1 point favorite.
Oh, only one. I thought it was going to be like 3. That's good, I guess. Oh, God, I don't know. This one's going to be tough. This is going to be tough because the Lions are looking really good, and Packers are still kind of struggling. Our team looked good in the fourth, but we looked like utter shit in the first 3 quarters. Jordan Love, some of those passes were just, especially the fourth down play, right before the comeback started, that could have been a touchdown if he had thrown it right to the running back. There was another play early on where they threw it back to Love and he couldn't hold on to it because it was underthrown by the running back, but he had the guy open, but he overthrew him. So when he ended up throwing it, so a lot of problems with it, but we did come back and win. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna pick my Packers to win.
No way.
But I think we're not gonna win. I don't know. I don't know, man. I think I know it's in Green Bay. I think we're gonna get it done. I don't know. Somehow we're gonna get it done. I don't know. It's gonna all come down to Aaron
Jones.
Yeah, Aaron Jones, if he's playing, because I think if he plays, we might have a really good chance of winning this game. Watson hasn't played all year yet, so hopefully we can get him back. That's going to be the big key, though. We need Aaron Jones. Like, if Aaron Jones is in this game, I think we have a legit chance of winning this game. But without Aaron Jones, the way we played last week, I just don't see how we could win it. But I think I'm gonna say 20-17 Green Bay.
I would say 27-17 Detroit. Eventually Green Bay's luck's going to run out. And I think that's what last week was luck against the Saints. I think the Lions are the best team in the division right now. I'm going to say 27-17.
Yeah, Lions are really good right now. It pains me to say it. Next, okay. I didn't
9:30 a.m.
Yep, London game. I will not be watching this. Atlanta Falcons against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville are the designated home team, but it is in London.
Jacksonville's a 3-point favorite. I can assure you I will have this on my golf cart Sunday morning.
Okay. Don't you do the fantasy thing right
I
now?
haven't done that this year. We weren't getting enough people watching it, so I took the year off, and I'm enjoying my Sunday mornings before I have a baby on the way.
Yep. Oh, congratulations on that, by the way. So yeah, so Jacksonville are the favorites. And it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes. I mean, there isn't really no home field advantage in this one, but
yeah, there is.
What, Jacksonville?
Yes, because Jacksonville's owner owns the team over there.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess, but I don't know. It's still a lot of people in London that they go there, they just go, they root for whoever they want.
You're right, but in terms of amenities, the Jaguars definitely get the home amenities.
Okay.
Just like, to be fair, the following week it's Bills and Jaguars again in London. The Bills are the designated home team, but the Jaguars are technically the home team of that. They'll have been in London for a full week.
Yeah. Well, yeah, too, yeah. So, it's kind of interesting because this is a designated game by Jacksonville, not like an actual NFL game.
Yeah.
Like, so that's another interesting thing about it too. But Jacksonville had a tough loss last week, which was probably surprised everybody. I do think that was more fluky. I think Jacksonville will rebound in this. I don't think the Falcons are that good of a team. They should have lost to us. We should be 3-0 right now, by the way. I'm gonna say Jacksonville wins 27-16.
So I'm going to first off say the only thing that didn't shock me about that loss last week is who was the top player for Houston, being Tank Dell, one of my favorite players in the draft. He's showing that he is going to be a top 20 wide receiver in this league going forward. But I don't trust Desmond Ridder. I don't trust Atlanta's offense until they can figure out how to incorporate both Kyle Pitts and Drake London. I think Jacksonville wins this one 20-7. I'm going to say that because usually you don't get a lot of scoring in London games, but I'm going to say 20-7 final.
Okay. Next we back to the regular scheduled games. We have the LA Rams against the Indianapolis Colts.
That's a pick 'em.
So it's just even?
Even.
Oh, wow. I'm going to say that the both of them looked pretty good, even though the Rams lost last week. I'm going to you know what? I'm gonna say the Rams win here. I'm gonna say it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be 23-20, and I think it's gonna be in overtime.
I'm going to agree with you on one thing. I'm going to say it's the Rams as well. I had the Rams going 2-14 this year, or 2-15. I did not think the Rams would be a good team, and this influx in youth has been huge for them. I think it's the Rams. I think it's 31-17. I still don't think Indianapolis is that good of a team.
The Colts are more for rebuilding right now. They got a young team.
You're right, and at some point the luck's going to run out. But I think that the Rams had a lot of old pieces, and they drafted very well the last 2 years with the limited picks they had.
Yeah. All righty. Baltimore Ravens at the Indianapolis Colts. Or not, what the fuck am I saying? Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns.
The Browns are a 3-point favorite.
Okay. Yeah, Browns probably. Yeah, I could see the Browns. The Ravens looked pretty good last week, but they lost in a really good game against the Colts. Surprisingly, Tucker missed the field goal. We're like used to him making those 60-yard field goals.
Mr. Automatic.
Now we're shocked that he missed it. Like, we would not be like that for any other kicker, but for Tucker, it's like, holy shit, he missed a kick. He missed a 60-yard field goal. But I think the Cleveland Browns are going to win this game. They are on paper a better team than the Ravens right now. But I am concerned about the Browns like offense because it doesn't seem like this offense gets going right away at the beginning, and then it's like more later on that they start getting together, and that's more on front of the defense. But I am gonna say the Cleveland Browns win this game. I'm gonna probably say it's a 27-24 victory for them.
I'm going to be very uncharacteristic here. You know me, I'm not a Ravens fan. However, the Ravens depth chart or Ravens practice report came out today. 4 starters who did not play last week when they lost are practicing this week. They're on pace to play. I'm going to say the Ravens absolutely blow the tires off the Browns. 31-17 final Baltimore.
Okay. Alrighty. Minnesota Vikings at the Carolina Panthers.
Vikings are a 4-point favorite.
And this is they are also going in at 0-3. Well,
both teams are.
Panthers are too. So, yeah, this is desperation for both of these teams. Panthers are more of a rebuilding team. So I'm going to go with the Vikings, as it pains me to say. I don't like the Vikings, but I think the Vikings will win here. I think it will be 26-13 victory.
I'm going to say Vikings as well. I'm going to go 35-7. I think the Vikings come out and go, look, our offense is still elite. I think this is the first time they really don't play a team that can challenge them offensively. I'm going to say the Vikings blow the doors off this week.
Okay. Cincinnati Bengals at the Tennessee Titans.
Bengals are a 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this one could go either way. The Bengals have not really looked good. I mean, they won last week, but it was more of a dogfight for them to win that one. You know what? Something really tells me that the Titans are gonna win here. And I'm just gonna go with that. I think the Bengals are just gonna have an off year. And I know a lot of people are complaining about quarterbacks getting paid too much. They don't perform good, but you know what? Quarterbacks are gonna have off years regardless of how much money they make, guys. I'm gonna say the Tennessee Titans win. I'm gonna say it is 20-13.
Looking at the injuries right now, Tennessee has a much more banged up team. I think that Joe Burrow is aware that there's a lot of microscope on him. He didn't really perform well against the Rams, although they eked it out. I think this is that signature, the Bengals know how to score game. I'm going to say it's 38-17 Bengals.
Okay. Next we have Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints.
The Saints are a 3-point favorite.
And is Carr playing, or is he still questionable?
Carr is currently listed as out. They said it is a shoulder injury. It's his AC joint.
Oh, so he's probably like 2 to 4 weeks at that point.
If it's only a stinger, it's one thing. A sprain's probably 2. If it's a partial tear, you're looking at a decent chunk of time.
Okay, well, that's going to make it interesting. That means Jameis Winston's going to be the starter then?
Yep, and they are calling him week to week officially.
Okay. Well, that change. He's playing his former team too. This could be an interesting one because that's going to probably change the dynamic here. But Tampa Bay, they lost last week, but they've looked pretty good. Baker Mayfield has looked okay, I think, from what we expected. I know with that in mind, I think there's a potential Tampa Bay could win, but I'm still going to say the Saints are going to win here. This is Wentz's former team, and obviously I'm sure he's going to want to show that he's still a starter, that he can be a starter. So this is his opportunity to kind of show something. So I'm going to just say that I'm going to go with the Saints here. I'm going to say it is 23-16.
I'm also going to have Jameis Winston eating some dubs here. I think this is that revenge game. Like, hey, I can beat you guys. You guys don't have Brady anymore. I'm better than what you have. I actually think he probably goes for 300 and maybe 2 touchdowns here. But I'm going to say the Saints win this one. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be like 17-13 final.
Okay. All right, here we go. This is the game you're going to be watching. The Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills.
So this is going to be tough. Obviously,
what's the favorites?
The Bills are a 2.5-point favorite.
Okay.
Obviously, we all saw what the Dolphins did last week.
I still can't believe that.
Well, so 70 points, but
could have broken the record. The record was that
72.
So yeah, that was what the Washington did against the Bears back in the 40s for the NFL title.
Here's the thing. The Dolphins haven't seen a defense as good as Buffalo yet. And I'm not saying that it's not going to be a high-scoring game.
Denver's not a good defense, so you can't say that Buffalo's not going to get shit on like that. But
and how many points did Miami score 2 weeks ago?
Not as many.
Miami scored 24 against the Patriots defense, and I don't think the Patriots defense are nearly as good as the Bills.
Okay.
Additionally, how many points were scored on the Broncos 2 weeks ago?
They gave up was like 34.
The Commanders scored 35.
35, yeah.
So let that one hang. Like the Commanders only scored 3 against the Bills. The Commanders scored 35 against the Broncos. I'm not by any means saying this is a gimme. This game I think I'd be more comfortable seeing as a pick'em. This is going to be probably the toughest game on the Bills' schedule. The being in Orchard Park's probably a benefit to both teams. There will be no snowballs for Miami. There will be no dying of heat exhaustion for Buffalo. I think the Bills eke it out. And I say eke it out. I mean eke it out. It's going to be 34-31 final, Buffalo.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. I actually am going to say it's going to be a little more scoring on this one. I think it will be 40-37 Buffalo. Field goal game still, but Bills eat it out and win. But I think it's going to be a little more scoring. I think this is going to be the game where you're going to have a bunch of offenses going off.
I definitely think so. I mean, I think this is going to be one of the higher score. I think the only benefit is Buffalo's defense has been aggressive and they've masked everything well under McDermott. That being said, McDermott, you can't really teach to cover speed. And Miami's by far the fastest offense in the league. It's going to be a terrifying game if you're a Bills fan on Sunday. That's all I can say.
Yep. You got to get those chicken wings ready.
You got to start hitting people at the line. That's what I can say.
All right. The next game is the Denver Broncos against the Chicago Bears in Chicago.
All right. Denver, Chicago, you said?
Yeah. That's probably a pick 'em, right?
Denver's a 3.5-point favorite.
You know what? I could see that. The Bears are just, I mean, Denver they did lose by 70 points, but I mean, the Bears have just looked awful. I mean, the Bears, they had played the Dolphins last week. They probably would have gotten 80 on them.
I mean, to be fair, the Bears played the Chiefs and only allowed 40.
Yeah, true, but I don't know. I think the Broncos are going to win here. I mean, they can score. They didn't score last week, but they can score. They almost beat the Commanders off that thing a couple weeks ago. So, and the Bears, Justin Fields has just looked like trash. I mean, let's face it. I mean, I know I have to put the Bears down because they're my division rivals, but I mean, we could all say objectively outside of me that the Bears have been just trash. Okay. And I'm going to just continue that trend right now. I got Denver Broncos winning. I'm going to say it's 34-20.
Definitely not going that crazy. I still want to have faith in the Bears, but it looks like that coaching staff is just MIA. They're going to give up on a good thing. I don't think Fields is as bad as this team has made him look. However, I also have more faith in Sean Payton as a coach, and I can't see him going 0-4. I'm going to say they equal this one out. Goofy score here. We're going 18-15. They win this game.
Oh, that's going to be like 2-point conversions and stuff.
Yep, 2-point conversions and field goals. 18-15. We've got a victory for the Denver Broncos.
Okay. Next, we have the Washington Commanders against the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly.
The Philadelphia Eagles are an 8-point favorite.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to probably just blow the Commanders out right here.
I mean, my problem is, the Eagles didn't really do much on Monday.
Yeah, the Commanders, you're going to see some strides from some of the weaker teams against them, but against the elite teams, I just don't think they're going to do that. Buffalo kind of proved that. Buffalo smacked them. They smacked them pretty easily. And I think that's going to be more of the trend. You're going to see them do a little better against the rebuilding teams or the weak or just the crappy teams, but against the more elite teams, you're going to see them really get smacked on. And I think that's what's going to happen here. I think the Eagles win 28-9. The
Eagles defense doesn't scare me as much as it used to. I'm gonna still say the Eagles win this one because it's the betting favorite and it should be, but I'm gonna say it's 24-20. I would say if you're a betting man and you're playing the spread, play Washington in the points. I don't think that Philly's as good as everybody's made them out to be. I've heard people calling Philly juggernauts this year, and I don't think they've been nearly that good. I
don't think they're as good as last year, but I still think they're a good playoff contention team. I mean, a threat for the Super Bowl for sure, but the NFC doesn't really have as many powerhouse teams right now.
No, the fact that people are calling another juggernaut team being the 49ers, I also don't think the 49ers have been that good this year.
Yeah. All righty. The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Houston Texans.
Pittsburgh's a 3-point favorite.
Yeah, the Steelers should be the favorites. But, hey, Texans did look impressive last week, but I think they go back down to earth here. I think the Steelers have surprisingly looked a little better. I don't think they're going to be – I don't know if they're going to be a playoff team, but they're a team that I think possibly could be a playoff team, depending on how good they do. Based on what I'm seeing, the Steelers have looked better since week 1 when they were atrocious against the 49ers. I think the Steelers win this game. I think it will be 30-14.
This one's tough because I do kind of want to give Houston their credit. And what Houston's been doing well lately has been passing the ball, and Pittsburgh has not been good at protecting the pass. However, I think Pittsburgh also is aware that they are very much so alive in the division, and they need to win here. I'm going to say Pittsburgh wins it, but it's like 20-14 final. But Houston continues to throw the ball very well. I'm calling another Tank Dell touchdown this week.
All right. Las Vegas Raiders against the the LA Chargers, the first 405.
On to 405. The Chargers are a 5.5-point favorite.
Yeah. Sorry, Devontae Adams, but because you decided to leave the Green Bay Packers, you have the benefits of being on a shitty team. Because the Chargers are going to easily win this game, despite him probably going to be playing good because he always plays good. I should have stayed with Green Bay. We would still have Aaron Rodgers. We'd still have you because we probably would have had a better season last year.
And I'm sure they would have paid him, right?
Well, yeah, it was on the franchise tag. I mean, he could have got a long-term deal. They were going to give him a long-term
They
deal.
said they weren't. That was why he asked for a trade, Frank.
Oh, I heard they
refused to talk really a long-term deal. That's why he asked for the trade.
Oh.
I don't blame the guy. You're a short-term league. I hate the franchise tag idea. Pay these guys now.
No, I get the franchise tag, but I heard that they wanted to give him a long-term deal.
But wanting to and physically making it work are two very different things.
Yeah, but yeah, so this is what's going on. Devontae Adams is going to play good in this game, but the Raiders are going to suck. They just don't look good. I mean, he's gotten touchdowns in these games that they've been blown out in, but the end of the day, Chargers look solid. They look like solid. I don't know if they're going to be a playoff team, but they have been looking solid. And so I'm going to give the odds to the Chargers here to win. I'm going to say 23-10.
Say 21-14 Chargers, more or less because Austin Eckler's back.
Okay. 425. The Cardinals, or Arizona Cardinals against the San Francisco 49ers.
Although the Cardinals upset the Cowboys last week, the Niners are a 14-point favorite.
Yeah. Even though they upset the Cowboys, I don't think they're better than the 49ers. The 49ers just right now, the 49ers right now are probably the best team in the NFC right now. I hate to admit that, but they probably are right now. If we're talking objectively right now. And I don't think the Cardinals can beat them. I think the 49ers get it. Purdy has looked good despite, coming off that injury in the NFC Championship game. 49ers 31-16.
I think the biggest factor here is the Niners hung 30 points last week on a short week with a banged-up wide receiver who was potentially their number one receiver in Brandon Ayuk. Now you're giving them a long week of rest. You're giving them a porous Cardinal secondary, and you should have Brandon Ayuk back. I'm going to say this one's 35-10 49ers.
Okay. New England Patriots against the Dallas Cowboys.
The Patriots are 7-point favorite.
That's interesting. Well, despite the Cowboys getting upsetted, I think the Cowboys get the win here. I think the Patriots aren't that good of a team, and I think the Cowboys, I think that was just an upset. It was just an upset, and it happens all the time. I think Dallas gets back on track. I
What is the old saying, Frank?
what
Any given Sunday.
every game is Sunday. That's what I'm saying. Like I think the Cowboys get back on track here. I think it happened. They lost. Everyone in the league, every great team has lost except for the 72 Dolphins. So you're always going to have those. So I'm saying the Dallas Cowboys get it done 27-20.
I say Dallas gets it done as well. I think it's a little closer. I think New England's been playing very good football. There's a lot of Mac Jones haters, but I think Mac has looked actually pretty damn good this year. Especially given that I don't feel like they've given him a lot of talent still. I think the biggest difference maker is going to be that Tony Pollard has shown he's a very, very good running back. I'm going to say 24-21 Cowboys victory.
Okay. Sunday Night Football, Kansas City Chiefs against the New York Jets.
New York Jets win this one. I'm joking completely. I want it to happen.
What was the favorites, though?
The Chiefs 9.5-point favorite.
Okay. I was like, what?
I would love to see it happen. As a Bills fan, you know that the Jets don't have a whole bunch of wins in them. You'd love to see the upset, but it ain't going to happen. Primetime Patty Mahomes is a whole nother animal. The Chiefs go on a roll in 45-12.
I don't know if they're going to score that much with that elite defense, but they're going to win because as long as...
Yeah, but the problem is the longer your defense is on the field, the more tired they are.
Yeah, but the Jets, Wilson sucks, and they need a better quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers is unfortunately out. So they're just going to, the whole team's basically screwed because they don't have Aaron Rodgers now. So I'm going to say it's 32 to 14.
All right, and Monday Night
Football. Seattle Seahawks against the New York Giants.
Ready for the real shocker?
What, the Giants are the favorites?
It's a pick'em.
Well, is that a shocker?
Yeah, I don't think that should be a pick'em at all.
You think Seattle?
I would take Seattle as a favorite, absolutely. I know Seattle hasn't looked great this year, but the Giants have well slid under expectations.
Well, yeah, they have sucked, but they did come back the week before that.
Well, yeah, but they looked like absolute dog shit against the Niners, and they didn't look good the game that they had to come back in. I'm going to say Seattle absolutely rolls them here. Give me the Seahawks 28-14.
I do agree. I think the Seattle Seahawks will win. I think the Giants have underachieved expectations. I'm going to say 24-10, Seattle. So that is all of the week picks for the Beast picks. Make sure to comment, rate, subscribe. It's very my other videos. And make sure to check out the Green Bay Packers. If you are a Green Bay Packers fan, make sure to check out my weekly Beast Recap Packers show video that I will do every week after the Packers games. Try to get those as much of again. And also check out for the YouTube shorts as well, because we'll clip a lot of these things as well that we do. And then also Kyle, is there anything you have?
No, I'll have a sponsor, but I know we can't plug that sponsor after a bit.
Oh,
it wouldn't go well for you. It's alcohol.
Oh,
but we got some sponsorships. Shout out to Tiki Tribe TV, trying to get some of our content back underway. As of next week, we'll have a studio again, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we can start doing the stuff live again.
Well, live again is an understatement. We'll actually have everything else going, including all the microphones live. So
perfect. So yeah, get all that stuff, check it out, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, guys, I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and he's the Reigning 48. We out of here. Peace.